This is bad. There's nowhere we can hide. Hey, there's a wagon. Maybe we can hide inside? Huh? Well, I guess, but it looks like kind of a tight fit for all three of us, doesn't it? The wagon's cargo is all over the place. Oh no, they're getting closer. No problem. The professor's apprentice is on the job. Someone is coming. You'll have to hide inside the wagon before he spots you. You have to make room for us three. Let's see. You can fit in the corner here. Phoenix. Nope. Phoenix can't fit. Nope, sorry. She can fit in fine. But now it's just about getting Phoenix in. That's the problem here. But he can't fit in. He's the biggest dude that's being a pain right now. Take this out. Put Phoenix in the back here. No, actually, let's take this one out too, maybe. Get this back in. Get her in. Like that. Ah, dang it. Let's get her back out. Get Phoenix in. No, let me up. That's all I want. Okay, take this out. Put that there. Put that there. Get this right here. Dang it. Alright, we'll adjust. Get Phoenix in. This is a really tight squeeze. Okay. Okay, so, getting close, I think. I hope, at least. Phoenix is supposed to go in last, I think. Is what they... At least what I hope. How do we do this? Go like this. I need to get Phoenix in. This is so hard. That there. That there. Squeeze that there. No. Phoenix still can't get in. Phoenix would have to go like here in terms of his placement. Which means I'd have to squeeze these two somehow down here. I'd still be able to get this guy in. This is so hard. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to getting this. I could easily right now put that there and then right there and never be in. I just need to get a place for this one. I can stick Luke here. But then I just... so terribly hard. Okay, I think I can get this now. Alright, so... boom. I need to get this off. Boom. Get this down. Boom. Boom. I think... what's next? This goes here. It's just a matter of when it's placed here. So take it out for now. Loot goes in next. Right there. You go in here. You go in here. And you go in there. Boom.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me. You let me do the next one too?
Pro. Oh, look who it is.
Oh, what's this? I don't remember there being this much cargo. Oh well, these old eyes must be playing tricks on me again. Phew, looks like we're in the clear. Hey, I've seen that old lady before. Wait, really? When? When I first arrived in Labyrinthia. The professor and I woke up right here in this wagon. So you mean this driver is... Yeah, she's the same old lady that was driving the wagon last time. In that case, do you think this wagon might be able to take us outside the town? Maybe the witches that were burned alive were transported somewhere in this wagon. You could be right. Then Maya could be... So she is alive. Run, Maya! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I'm afraid I have to intervene. You see, protecting a young lady in distress is the duty of every gentleman.
Layton, where you been, buddy?
Professor!
Uh-oh. Don't mess with Layton. He got a stick.
Are you all right, Miss Fay?
Professor? What are you doing here?
We shall speak later. It's best we make our way out of here. Now then, which one of you is first?
Don't mess with the professor.
They're not doing anything. Do you think maybe your impressive stick work scared them stiff?
Either way, now is our chance. Come, let's head into the forest. We should be able to lose them there.
Oh, puzzle time.
The Great Escape. Mysterious robed figures seem to be circling the area. Their lanterns allow them to see 3 spaces in front of them. Guide Professor Layton to the bottom exit and guide Maya to the top exit. Okay. How am I playing this? Oh god. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so... Oh no! Okay, so... He can only move that way? So he's gonna see any other way? No, undo. Okay, so Layton goes first. Oh, he's caught. Okay. Layton. How do I do this? Okay, switch over. Oh gosh. Okay. Undo. Oh gosh. Eh. 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 Okay, I just gotta get her out of here. Done.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
That's a relief. I don't see anyone following us. Not quite, Miss Fay. I'm afraid we cannot be sure just yet. It will be safer if we continue on ahead. Now then, follow my lead. You got it, Professor. I don't know where they're at, but we're playing as the Professor. Village outskirts. You should be safe here, Miss Fay. Are you hurt? Nope. I'm right as rain. Thank you for saving me back there. You look like you're all back to normal, Professor. Not as shiny and way more talkative. What do you mean by back to normal? You were turned into gold, Professor. Someone cast a magic spell on you. A magic spell on me, you say? Let me refresh your memory. You remember the witch that appeared when we were in Mr. Balduc's house, don't you? Indeed. So you're saying that was when a magic spell was cast on me. That's right. You were super golden and super shiny. Super shiny and golden. Most fascinating. Do you not remember any of that? Sadly, I do not. To tell you the truth, I have no recollection of what happened to me then. It seems I lost consciousness immediately after the witch appeared. And when I regained consciousness, I was already in this forest. Huh? So then, do you think maybe they carried you here after the trial? After the trial? Then that must mean... Yep, you were the unfortunate victim of witchcraft in that trial, Professor. How extraordinary. Miss Fay, could you please bring me up to date on everything that has happened after my disappearance? What about Luke and Mr. Wright? Are they okay? I recall Luke and I heading to Sir Balduc's house. We thought you and Mr. Wright were in danger. Yeah, I think they're alright. So much has happened. Where do I even start? Did I hear you correctly? You said that one of my arms broke off. Yep, the right arm snap off. And so, Miss Fay, you were charged with using magic. Yep, that's right. And then Luke cried his little eyes out, and then the parrot on Luke's head testified its little beak off. That must have been quite the sight, but I must say, this situation has certainly piqued my interest. I see. My apologies, Miss Fay. Had I had the strength at the time, I could have been of more help. No way, Professor, you saved me just a moment ago. Quite the close call it was. By the way, Miss Fay, why are you in this force? That is a very good question. Nick managed to prove my innocence, but I still ended up being thrown into the fire. You were found innocent, yet still sent to the fire. Well, anyway, so much weird stuff has happened since then. It would seem so, yes. But it's strange. There must have been more to that cage I was trapped in, like a trick or something. A trick? Yeah, the cage dropped down through the chamber and then came to a stop, just above a wagon. That wagon was how I ended up here. It would seem there is more to that fire chamber than I originally thought. Then when I saw those things, I tried to get away. But as you saw back there, they found me. I thought it was a goner. And that is when I appeared, is that correct? Yep, that's right. Is something the matter, Miss Faye? It's Nick. He must be worried sick. I mean, I was thrown into the fire right before his eyes. Yes, I'm also concerned about Luke. However, I believe Luke and Mr. Wright are certain to sense something is amiss and solve this mystery. We're sure to all meet up again soon. Yeah, you're right, Professor. For the time being, let's investigate this place as much as possible. Investigate? Indeed, this forest appears to be full of secrets. First I was turned into gold and awoke to find myself here. And then you, Miss Faye, were transported here from the courtroom under the illusion of having been put to the fire. Perhaps this forest... Uh-oh. How'd they manage to find us so fast? What should we do, Professor? It appears they were lying in ambush. I'm afraid an altercation here is unavoidable. These guys look like they've been hitting the gym. They're a lot bigger than the others. Indeed. Leave this to me. Now, please, step back, Miss Faye. Knock them into next week, Professor. Now, just what is all the commotion? Oh, look, you were given a task to carry out, were you not? It's the witch lady. So what exactly do you think you're doing? Answer me. Forgive us, O great witch. What? That's the witch from last time. What's she doing here? Now, isn't this a strange sight? Two visitors from the witch trials, a victim and an accused. Strange indeed. Come again. It was your fault we were a part of those trials in the first place, you witch. My, this one has some fight in her. Relax, I do not plan to harm you two. This marks the third time we have now met. Tell me, what exactly are you planning? But, Professor, you two have met 3 times? Yes, I first met her in London, prior to arriving in Labyrinthia, of course. That's right. Now, enough. Stand down. These two are considered guests. You're not to lay a finger on them. Is that clear? Make sure the rest of the shades get that message. Shades? Are they those creepy people in the weird robes? Yes, mistress. As your command, O great witch. Great witch. Great witch? There's no need to be alarmed. You may relax. I'm afraid I cannot oblige, not as long as you are here. Tell me, what are you? You know from what I hear, you're a big fan of solving puzzles and mysteries, are you not? Then by all means, go ahead. You're free to investigate the Eldritch Woods to your heart's content. The Eldritch Woods. The answers to your questions are here. You're free to seek them. Then you do not plan on having us captured? You'll have to excuse the Shades' earlier behavior. They can be a bit overzealous at times. They were simply doing what was requested of them. Their task, as they call it. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family, as it were. A member of the Shades? What does that mean? Like I said, you should seek out the answers for yourselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another engagement with the visitor of mine. A visitor? Until next time, Professor Herschel Layton. She disappeared. So, Professor Professor, the Great Witch they mentioned. They must be referring to her, right? She has to be Bazella. The Great Witch Bazella. If that woman were her, then that would make Eldritch Woods the home of all witches. This just keeps getting curiouser and curiouser. So then that means the shades, or whatever, are witches? That is what we must find out. I believe there may be a very important clue or two hidden within this forest. There must be some reason why this forest has been kept a secret from the citizens of Labyrinthia. I also wonder why this Great Witch is simply allowing us to do as we wish. It is slightly concerning. But there's no point looking at a gift horse in the mouth. I say we take our offering and check this place out. That way we'll rack up a ton of clues by the time we reunite with Nick. And since we'll be working together, I'll act as your temporary Luke. Right you are, Professor? Well done. Thank you very much, Miss Fay. Now then, let us begin our investigation. Yes, sir. Let's go, Professor. Ghost statue of me? That's something I would quite like to see with my own eyes. It would seem that the storyteller has removed me from the story. Where's this tale of his going? Excuse me. We wanted to ask you a question real quick. What exactly do you do in this force?
We live to serve the mistress and carry out her orders.
Our task. The mistress speaks, we obey. Task? Is that like your job? Yes. My task is to assist all newly initiated shades. Assist newly initiated shades? That must have something to do with what the Great Witch said earlier. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family. Although my task is made much more difficult when they run away. Why do they always run away? But we will not chase after you again. It is the mistress's orders. I see. So you do everything the Great Witch commands. Hey, I bet you guys are always fighting over the good task, huh? Who'd want to get stuck doing the Great Witch's laundry? Seriously, though. You guys were really close to turning me into a shade earlier. I'm seriously glad the professor came along when he did. Shades Village. East. So Kira was made a shade. That's why she looked like she was like a zombie type of person, like controlled or whatever. Do you think this is where the shades live? It looks kind of like a village. It would appear so. They seem to lead a very simple lifestyle. They look so magical and fantastical. I figured they'd live somewhere way more, well, magical and fantastical. Now that you mention it, they don't appear capable of using magic, do they? I guess if they did, they'd only end up back at the witch trials. Remember, that may be the law within Labyrinthia, but the Great Witch rules this force. It is doubtful that such a law would exist here. Let us focus our efforts on looking around this village first. There appears to be a path leading out on the other side, too. An altar.
assume we have to talk to the people. Okay, let's do that. People to talk to. You. So how's the task going? Working hard?
Huh? Oh, to task? Well, duh, of course we are. Speaking of which, what's your task?
My task is to prepare food for everyone. I'm actually trying to come up with a menu for today. I wouldn't exactly call my cooking appetizing or edible, but I must do what our mistress commands.
Remind us not to stop by for dinner.
Did you say something?
Me? Nope, not a thing. Hey, good luck. Try not to blow up the kitchen.
All I can do is carry out my task the best I can, in hopes that one day I may be allowed to return to the town. Return? What do you mean? I'm not too sure myself. It is something I was told when I arrived. The Great Witch keeps a record of all the tasks we successfully complete. Then when our accomplishments outnumber our failures, she would consider returning us to the town. That is what I believe, and that is why I continue to toil away at my task.
So does this mean these guys aren't witches?
From the sound of his voice, it would seem this particular shade is a male. However, according to what you told me earlier, all witches here are female.
So then who exactly are these shades? Sam, who are you?
My, how very direct. A shade is a shade. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, that wasn't really helpful.
Perhaps you can tell us what your particular task is. That I cannot tell you. Most shades' tasks are closely guarded secrets. Hello. You're new.
I'm terrible at my task, the worst. I'm even more terrible at following orders. One small misstep and it'll be my fault. We have a serious situation on our hands. I feel sick just thinking about it.
A serious situation? What kind of task do you have exactly?
I can't say. The only thing I can say is that I'm terrible at it. Why are you so nervous anyway? It's because she's watching always. Watching. She sits up there in her mansion and just keeps on watching.
Mansion? You mean the Great Witch lives nearby?
On the other side of the river. It's quite far, but she can see our every move.
So, it's across the river then.
Professor, we're sure to run into her again there. It's where she lives after all.
The best course of action may be to try and make our way there. There are still many questions to be answered.
Yeah, then we'll finally see if she's the real deal or not, right, Professor?
That's right, Miss Faye. Let us make our way across the river.
Whoa, check out the beautiful scenery, Professor.
This is quite an open space, isn't it? Looking across the river, the Great Witch's mansion is slightly visible.
Yeah, you can just about make out the roof from here. Hey, do you think the wall behind it could be Labyrinthia's outer wall?
That is quite possible. Which would mean these Eldritch Woods must be located directly outside of Labyrinthia.
Huh? But isn't that kind of strange? The people in Labyrinthia said that nothing exists outside of the town, didn't they?
Yes, quite. I too have heard the townsfolk make such assertions. In fact, the very gate we used to enter Labyrinthia disappeared as soon as we passed it. I believe there must be some kind of trick behind it.
Looks like we've quite a lot to discuss with Little Miss Great Witch, don't we?